episode is brought to you by Fortesque Family Sanitation Workers, for when dirt is not an option. Hello again, hello and welcome back to Let's Play The Chaos Engine. This is World 4, The Cellars, and Level 1 of that, Sewer. Now, this world is certainly different to the previous one. A lot more technical. In fact, I think the vast majority of monsters are in fact robots, but those dingers, so I'd call them zingers. Zingers I'll do. They mostly zing about, and you can't really kill them without doing things like grabbing this key here, which is a special thing. You won't see them once, or actually twice, but you'll see them later. Anyway, and those are, I'll call them bounce spots. They bounce about and they're robots. So much really, that's rather self-explanatory. Now I'm just going around here grabbing all the keys and as much money as possible. I like to make as many ambushes as possible because I like ambushes. Well, money, and now you can hit them and then go off a bit, and if you hit them too hard they start going off diagonal, which is worse. Otherwise you should just avoid them. You can destroy them by walking into them, but that's a very bad idea because you take a ton of damage, and and if you head too far forward you get ambushed by bounce spots. Bounce spots are annoying mostly when they bounce around on the side. Now I had a thing to the left to look at later, but now we're going to just head forward a bit. After going with this, now there's a point where it can diverge. At least this is as far as you can go forward. The other path is closed off. Now we're just gonna fade out briefly, and then yeah. Anyway, there's two things you can do. You can either head up, which is the way we're taking now, and we start to encounter the guns. Which start off nasty and get worse. They aim for you very well, and they fire pretty fast. And you'll see why I really, really hate them. Pretty quickly, actually. Well, forget. Anyway, I'm not sure, actually, if they do this on this level or not. But they're nasty, you'll basically try to avoid them. And yeah, here's some more of the zingers. They bounce around here, and you can either knock them back and forth, or they go diagonal, in which case they become living hell. You just hope that one goes away, doesn't come back. Otherwise it's going to ruin your shit. And yeah, more than spawning whilst you're halfway through, which is detrimental to your partner. So yeah. Now basically the point is just to advance forward enough and then grab the shield and just run through them all. That's the main way to take them out. The shield, yes. This is not quite it, but yeah, this is a very nasty area. Fighting them back and forth, especially when I try to run away and run back and forth occasionally. That's the main way I take them out. But this is nothing compared to the stuff you get later on with the guns. Ooh, which are guns that fire rockets. Yeah. Unfortunately, your partner lags behind him and stuff. Now I count this, but I'm not going to. Do you know why? Because that life. Well, I'm not going to take this route. This route is not the one I'm taking for the next level. Well, for the final run. I'll show you where this next level leads, because this goes to a separate exit than the other way through the level. Exit A, in fact. Now, we're quite close to actually. See how to get across there? Well, you shoot here and turn that knob, which you might have seen or not. It's very hard to see, and that gets drained off and you get to Exit A. So it's not that long a level, oddly enough, but anyway, I'm going to show you the other way through the level soon, which involves, well, doing something a bit unforeseen. The other way through the level is much better, more profitable. I'm not sure it's easier, it might be. It's complicated. You'll see just now. Anyway, we're just going to come back here and fade through stuff. Back to there. Now, if you head back this way and head down, you recall that thing from there. Now once we fire that, it drains off. Now we can head up here, grab that yin-yang, and head up and around. And yeah, there's a golden key there. After grabbing that and finding more wind bots, that's now closed off to you. But you can walk across here and get into that manhole up there, which you'll see in a second because I'm talking about it too fast. There we go. Walk into that, teleport out of there, and you get to the other area. Now this is a very nasty bit because those keep spawning, and you got to keep fighting them. And at really awkward angles as well. Just try to hit them hard and fast enough and avoid the missiles, otherwise you get critically injured, which is bad. Funnily enough, I've yet to lose a life in this. Unfortunately, my helper does. And, well, not they necessarily, but and of course but this is the advantage of having a first aid kit. Of course, other people are tougher and all that. Or you might have, say, a Navi and Scientist mix, in which case something else. But anyway, yeah, taking that pipe out will drain this around. Now, if you don't drain that thing off quickly, more of those wind bots spawn annoyingly. And yeah, here's the big treasure. Tons and tons of money. by the end you might not have not much to spend on, but extra lives and extra special power uses are worth it in the end, especially if you're assigned the gentleman who has the attract monster, which will come in extremely handy at that time. Now, we're close to the exit actually here. We're just heading across here, fighting more spawn points, which are manholes in this case, and more bounce spots. Bounce spots aren't that dangerous per se. Like I said, they're annoying if they crawl along stuff. The wind bots really are numerical advantage. And that's a laughable attack. It just moves too slowly. It isn't even a homing missile. So yeah, you take that out, and there's exit B. It's not labelled because. Anyway, so yeah, that was level 1. It's hard and fast, showing that this world is not to be messed with. This is the hardest world in the game, if you haven't guessed by now, and everything just gets worse on from here. Especially next level, there's more stuff. But anyway, next level will be Pump Room, and this was the easiest level of the 4. This is going to be fun, isn't it? Anyway, this was Attila. That was Let's Play the Chaos Engine. That was the Pump Room. That was Sewer. Good night.